If you suspect you might be in a relationship with a narcissist, maybe you have a feeling something's not quite right, but you just can't put your finger on what. This video will cover the top signs you are in a narcissistic relationship so that you can decide for yourself whether you are dating a narcissist. Hello and welcome to the Revelation Station, where we talk and take action on healing from narcissistic abuse. But before we can take that action to heal ourselves, first we need to know whether we have been in a relationship with a narcissist or whether we are in a relationship with a narcissist. There can often be a lot of confusion around this, so in this video we're going to cover the key signs of a narcissistic relationship. Before we get into the signs, I want to share with you a quick definition of what a narcissist is. A narcissist is a person who can't see, hear, treat or empathise with you as an individual person separate to them. And for this reason, a relationship with a narcissist is often very difficult. I just want you to bear that in mind as we go through these signs, especially this first sign. So the first sign of a relationship with a narcissist is the honeymoon period. This kind of relationship is usually marked with a really intense honeymoon period. It can feel really incredible, and maybe the relationship just literally comes out of nowhere and you feel swept off your feet. You could have a really good first impression of this person and feel like they're really nice. They could possibly be very charming, and you might get this feeling that this relationship is just too good to be true. We often see in movies and TV the way that romance is depicted, it's not really that accurate or healthy. We see people get swept off their feet all the time, and we see this real heady romance. And the thing is, to contrast this with a healthy relationship, they are usually a lot more grounded, and there's a period of getting to know each other where both people are not necessarily all in straight at the start of the relationship, because they just don't know each other yet and they want to take their time getting to know each other. In a healthy relationship, you might also find that you don't have all of the same interests, whereas in a relationship with a narcissist, they can often match and mimic all of the interests that you appear to have. But really, in a healthy relationship, we're bound to have some things that we might not have in common, or some likes and dislikes that we don't both share, and that's normal. The narcissist might really idolize you at the beginning of the relationship, and you might find that you idolize them as well. They really try and move the relationship along quite fast and secure your attention, your affection, and a commitment from you. You might think to yourself, oh my God, they're really into me. But this honeymoon period may not, and probably doesn't last that long, maybe a few weeks. Some people who feel that the honeymoon period did last a lot longer, when they look back, they can actually see that there were some red flags that maybe they didn't pay much attention to at the time. And these can include things like white lies or lying about their past, about their history. Maybe they have some signs of cheating in their past, or cheating in their life in some way. And you might just have a gut instinct about this person that comes up every now and then, that you're just not that sure about them. The second sign is that this relationship has a lot of ups and downs. A relationship with a narcissist tends to have a lot of drama, and it will be characterized with this push-pull dynamic, where you'll be really close one minute but then really distant the next, and you don't seem to have any control over this. It's kind of all down to the narcissist. You might think to yourself, well, isn't it natural that there's ups and downs in any relationship? And it is, but what I'm talking about here is this roller coaster level of ups and downs, really, really high highs and really low lows. It could be either really, really good or really, really bad. And it seems like it's good if the narcissist is happy, there's no issues, but it's really all dependent on the narcissist's mood. If they're in a bad mood, the relationship is not good. So there's this real lack of consistency there. There could even be some threats to leave from the narcissist. And so this relationship is characterized with these highs and these lows. The third sign is a lack of empathy. This is a really big one. So the narcissist will lack an understanding and compassion for you and what you're going through, and especially for your emotions. And this will also be in relation to the effects of their actions. So even if they're the ones that hurt you, or especially if they're the ones that hurt you, they will either not see or not care for the pain that you're going through. There are different levels of this lack of empathy. So some narcissists will even enjoy seeing you in emotional distress because of them. And there might be like an element of smugness to them because of this. There's a real lack of this emotional connection and support, unless the narcissist likes the drama of your situation. And in that case, then they may get involved to help you. Or they may get involved as an ego boost to themselves because they can feel really good about themselves, that they're so important and they are so great because look at how they can help you. I want to differentiate here between empathy and sensitivity. In the beginning of a relationship with a narcissist, we might be mistaken and think that they do have empathy. They might show that they care about you and what you're going through. But really at this time, they're really trying to secure your affections. So they will be on their best behavior. I also really want to distinguish the difference between sensitivity and empathy, because a narcissist can have a lot of sensitivity. They are very reactive to what's going on in the world as it relates to them. They are highly sensitive in the way that they are highly reactive to this. This should not be confused with having empathy, because there's a big difference between having empathy and having sensitivity. So number 4 is this preoccupation with greatness, their own greatness. They might have a fantasy of this being the greatest love story ever told. They might have fantasies of having lots of power or the best career, the best looks. They'll say things like, I am the most this or the most that. I could have a relationship with anyone, but I'm with you. I'm the best employee. They could even present themselves as an undiscovered talent. So if they haven't made it in their career or life yet, they'll say that they could, but no one's discovered how amazing they are yet. And they also feel like they're exempt from doing the work to actually achieve this success. So rather than start at the bottom of the ladder and work their way up, they want to just walk into like the CEO position. This said, they can have a preoccupation with being a victim, and this will really present in a different way where they play the victim. They have contempt for how people have treated them in the past and how people are treating them currently, and they're really trying to get your attention, your sympathy. They appear to be quite vulnerable when they do this. You know, nothing ever goes their way. They're just trying to get ahead. They're misunderstood, and you might really have a lot of empathy and sympathy for them. They really appear weak, vulnerable, and that they need your help. They don't appear as if they would ever think of hurting someone else, because they're constantly describing how other people have hurt them. In this sense, they have the preoccupation with greatness in reverse, so they will feel like they're the biggest victim in the world, that they've had the hardest luck. Number 5, you feel like you're walking on eggshells. Like at any moment the other shoe might drop and their mask will just drop. There's this Jekyll and Hyde, like nice guy and then horrible guy or girl in the same one package, and it's very confusing. You feel like you're on a roller coaster, but you're blind, so you don't know when the lows or when the drops and the highs are gonna come. You just are not in control, because it's dictated by their moods and the way that they react. It can vary from one moment to the next. It seems like there's no rhyme or reason, and They can react to seemingly small or insignificant things in a really massive way, so you never really know where you stand with this person and in this relationship. The sixth sign you're dating a narcissist is that they have rages. And there's a couple of different ways that this could manifest. They could have tantrums where they, throw their toys out of the pram. There could be verbal abuse, and they're basically kicking up a fuss, especially when they don't get their own way. They can also have silent rages. You might have experienced the silent treatment from them, where they just pretend that you don't exist. So they pretend not to see you, they pretend not to hear you if you speak to them. And this can go on for a number of days or even weeks. They might withhold affection or withhold things from you that you need. And they could act in a passive aggressive way, like maybe they'll ruin something accidentally that you need. The seventh sign you're dating a narcissist is that they lie. These could be about big things or small things, about the past or the present, and some might seem really harmless. They could lie about their history, their previous relationships, their age, their career. They could lie about people that they have contact and connection with, and they could lie about their possessions. They could lie about anything really. They could lie about what they did that day. Maybe they'll make themselves sound more important or sound better because they achieved so much that day. And another way you might experience lies with a narcissist is that they exaggerate. They'll make things sound better or sound worse than they actually are. They're dramatic. For example, let's say they went on holiday to Greece. Well, in most tourist towns, you would get a free shot of ouzo at the end of your meal. But then when they would retell this story after they got back, they would tell everyone that we got free drinks for the entire night, when you know full well that they got the standard free drink that every single person gets. But this is just the way that the narcissist exaggerates, dramatizes, and makes a story out of everything. They can also lie about things that are really obviously not true. You might literally see something right in front of you and the narcissist will swear that you didn't see that, and they will deny your own reality. And this is a part of what's called gaslighting. The eighth sign you're dating a narcissist is that they have entitled expectations. And this can show itself in them having double standards. So they'll have one rule for them and another rule for you. For example, they always choose what's on the television, but you're never allowed to. They might be allowed to see an ex-partner of theirs, but you're not allowed to. They might be able to spend the whole day not doing any housework, but you're expected to do all the chores. They have a sense of superiority and self-importance. They might have an expectation that you should take care of them, their physical needs, their emotional needs. There's an imbalance in the relationship. And in a conversation, you might find that everything's about them. They take up all the airtime in the conversation. And even if a subject is about you, even if this is a time of need for you, they'll find a way to make that about them. It's not really a conversation. A narcissist can often expect instant gratification, so they won't want to wait in line because it's beneath them. They'll want the best seat in the house. They want the best of everything, because they just feel that that's what they're entitled to. It can be easy to brush things like this off and say things like relationships take compromise. But the thing is, this is more than just compromise. This is a complete compromise of yourself. And what's more, this is expected from the narcissist and not appreciated, and definitely not reciprocated. It's like you're investing in something that will never give a return on your investment. I hope you found this video helpful and that it's clarified some of the signs you might be in a relationship with a narcissist. Do you recognize any of these signs in your own relationship or in a relationship you've had in the past? And has it brought up any memories for you of things you've experienced? Maybe you have some other signs you know of that you're in a relationship with a narcissist. If so, leave a comment below and let us all know. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Until then, sending you love and positivities for you in your healing journey. Take care. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe so that you're notified every time I upload a new weekly video. If you head on over to revelationtherapy.com, I've also created a few free resources for you to help you on your healing journey. There's currently a free workbook and a checklist, and I'm adding to those all the time. So be sure to check those out. I'll leave the link in the description below. And if you have any questions at all, you can find me on most social media channels at Revelation Therapy. For now, sending you so many positivities to help you on your healing journey, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Hello. Yes, I think I am recording now. This video will cover 8 top signs. 8 top signs. 8 top signs. So you can decide. Sorry. 8 top signs that you are in a relationship with a narcissist. No, just delete all of that. But you have a feeling, no, if you are in a confusion around this and unsurety, there can often be a lot of going to cover 8. No, I can't see my notes that well. They're so little. Why can't I speak? And hello, and it's Marie, and welcome, and hello, I'm Marie. Welcome to the Revelation Station. Hello, I'm Marie. Heal. Take action and heal. Oh my God. This video is part of... No, it's not. The relationship might just bloom out of no... I need to sneeze. I can't speak. Why am I struggling with movies and TV? The way romance is depicted on movies and in the television. On movies. Where you're slept off your feet. I can't even speak. Is that even a sentence? A narcissist with a they could have contempt, unless my God. No. There can be a couple of very active, an active tantrum. That tantrum where they literally, not literally. This can present itself but seemingly. In this video we could go, if so, leave a comment below if you want. Why am I so bad at inviting engagement? That should be fine. I think that should be fine.